Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Sepher365 here. Glad everybody can make it back safe. Life's getting crazy out there. Speaking of crazy, we got a real doozy for you today. We're going to be talking about the MMP 57. So if you're curious, stick around. It's going to be fun.
All right. Ready?
Yep. All right, I appreciate you guys coming back. The support's been great, and I want to thank you for that. So we went out, spent some time looking around, and came across this beauty. This is the MMP 57. Now, for those of you who don't know, the 57 was created for law enforcement because they were looking for something flatter shooting, along with having better performance than the 9mm. This was done in the late 80s, early 90s, and I tell you that because bullet technology has come a long way to where you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a 38, a 9mm, a 45 ACP, a 357 Magnum, or a 380 ACP if I were to shoot into gel blocks and just put those gel blocks in front of you. You'd have no clue what's what. I guarantee it just based on the wound cavity. That being said, in law enforcement's search, FN created the 57, which is basically a 22, which it is still a 22 caliber bullet. I don't know if you can see, they're literally the same size and diameter. But this is basically a 22 on PCP. Now, with all that being said, is this better than a 9mm? Well, no. No, it's not. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, why would I want this? And I got 3 words for you. I don't know. No, but all jokes aside, people like this round for a few reasons and dislike it for a few as well. Now, in a firearm like this, you get some okay ergonomics. It's about 1 inch thick. You're just going to have to trust me on that one. It's got good texture. Nowhere near as aggressive as this little demon or my EDC here. It has decent slide cuts, pick rail for whatever you think you may want or need, a threaded barrel. They call it a tempo barrel, which is basically it's a 2-piece barrel, and it tries to work like an AR. That being said, it redirects gases to function the firearm instead of just using the force created from the mini explosion to directly blow the slide back. With this system and this round, recoil literally never stood a chance. Well, now moving on from there, it's got something I love because I'm a snob and I love a good trigger. Now that being said, this firearm is clear. There's nothing in it. There's no mag in it. Everybody at home, calm down. We are in fact safe. But it has a good trigger. It's an internal hammer fired gun, which allows a lighter pull weight, breaking at about 3 pounds, while also having this flat face trigger, a clean and crisp break. Oh. The last thing it's got going for it, optics ready. In today's time, this should be standard, but some companies just don't get it, and I understand why. I listen to the people spending money who could go with a different company. Its final winning factor is its mags hold 22 rounds. I don't know if you can see that 22, but now that being said, I have tried the Ruger, I have tried the FN, I've tried the FN Mach 2. I personally like the Ruger over the FNs, but this far superior to the Ruger. Everything's got some pros, well, it's got some cons too, so.
But I mean, they're an alright little group. It's embarrassing that the 5.7 with no recoil, though, has a worse group than my carry.
Now, with this firearm specifically, I found 2 flaws, and they're kind of major, unfortunately. First, these mags do, again, hold 22, but that's if you have the loader, which they do send with. Thank goodness they send this with. I struggled hard with these mags once you get to about 8 to 11 rounds, and then just going based off thumb, could not do it anymore. Now, I'm not the toughest guy, but sheesh. Now, with the mag loader, it's manageable, but I also don't keep track of this stuff very well. The second thing, and this is where most of you will laugh because I made the situation worse, but these rounds are not super easy to come by. I got into it in 2020, when some people were asking $120 for a box of 50. Now, I might have been drinking a lot during 2020, but I was never that drunk. However, I did pay about 90 cents to $1 per round for all of these. Now rounds are more like 30 to 60 cents per round, depending on where you live and where you get them. Alright, you've seen a little bit of footage of me shooting it, you've seen my accuracy test, you've seen what I thought. I do like this gun, but I do want to address two things. First off, this ammo is commonly said to be able to go through body armor, and I'm here to tell you that's exactly why I bought into it. And the regular stuff that you and I can buy, it might go through soft armor, but not always. Unless you're getting that good stuff, in which case you make sure to pass to the left-hand side, then it's more than likely not going to go through armor, especially if it's hard armor. And the next thing I want to say, and I don't care if it's preachy or not, you should have seen my accuracy group there. It wasn't the best because I don't train with this gun. And I know this is preachy, but go out and train. I don't care if it's just a few hundred rounds once a month. You should be able to at least hit your target at least 15 yards. You should know how to clear your malfunctions from your firearm. You should know how to actually use your firearm. Because in today's times, you may be using it in self-defense sooner than you'd like. I mean, the world's gone pretty crazy, and I want good people to be able to help other good people. So, just something to consider, something to think about, something to hopefully take serious. I'm Sefri365. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and if you don't know, well, now you know.